do that. There it goes. Hello, YouTube. Time for a mini update, I guess. Boy, I thought when I got to Arizona to Sun Valley that I would bust out my drone, be like, follow me as I drive in, and make great footage for my beginnings. And then I couldn't even turn my stupid drone on. I haven't played with it in a little bit, and it's charged. I'll play with it more and figure it out. It's definitely deserving of some good drone footage out here. I've got 2 properties out here. I've got 4 parcels. 3 of them are together, making 5 acres. And like a mile away, I have 1 acre. When I got to my 5 acres, my address was posted at the end of the drive with a keep out sign, no trespassing sign. I drove up the drive, and the drive's lined with reflectors. And then towards the end of the driveway, it's a long driveway, towards the end of the driveway, it's got a bunch of solar lights. And then you come up over this hill, and you can see there's a lot of stuff like built up. I should have taken video of it. Hey, I may not be smart, but in my family, I am the smart one, damn it. So I didn't take video of it because I was just utterly shocked that somebody has moved in to my property that I have been looking forward to moving into for more than 2 years now. There was one of those Coleman trailers. It was a single axle, smaller one, maybe like, 12, 15 feet. But nicer, newer one. The dogs were, very well behaved. They barked at me, and then they mellowed out once they saw I wasn't, doing anything but standing there looking at them. Thank goodness I made friends out here before I came out here, which is impossible to do unless you stop by. I didn't see my land, the 5 acres. I went and stood down the hill from it. But the guy wasn't there. He wasn't there. He's only been there since, he says a year, but I think it was sometime in July. I don't know. My friend out here that I made when I came out here is, I call him Alien Acres. Alien Ant Farmer, I always say. Alien Acres. He's got a campground up here, 10 acres. And he's a retired guy. And it turns out he was a judge. So he's kind of knows legalized stuff. And then I really didn't know what to do. I was going to try to call the person I bought the property from, and he would have, the judge, well, he's got nothing to do with it. He's like, you call the sheriff. I'm like, well, maybe I can talk to this guy and figure out. Well, no, you call the sheriff. So we did. We called the sheriff, and the sheriff quickly confirmed with the county that I am the legal owner. I spoke with the guy who was on my property. I wrote my name in the sand, Chigger, and I wrote my phone number in the sand. And he sent me a text, hey, I found your name and number in my sand, call me. So I called the guy and spoke with him, and he says that he purchased the 2.5 acres, which is the corner lot. The 2 lots next to it, which make 5 total, he acknowledged that he saw they were all in my name, but was only buying the 2.5 acres. He thought it was kind of weird that the people selling it were breaking it up. He paid, or he hadn't paid off yet. He's still paying. His sale price for the 2.5 acres was literally twice as much as I paid for all 5, which is a good sign for me because I can sell my property for twice what I paid for it. But I'm not looking to do that quite now. My daughter will most likely do that one. It's hers and not mine. But I'm done with it. So the judge told me, look, you gotta tell this guy he's a trespasser and he needs to leave by noon tomorrow. So I did. And he's like, whoa, why'd you get so aggressive and stuff? Which, whatever. Of course, he's going to be upset about it. I can't blame him. I don't think you can blame me for being upset about it either. I'm sleeping in somebody else's field instead of my field right now. So the guy's name is Michael. So last night, the car drives out of here. Not too many cars out here, so I kind of figured, I bet that's him. And it turned out that he had called the sheriff also last night, since I was calling the sheriff and saying you're going to be out. And the sheriff confirmed what I told him, that the property's mine, that he got scammed, that it's not his property, and that I consider him a trespasser and he needs to leave. Which is a bummer for them. It's a bummer for me too, because now there's all sorts of negative energy towards me when not my fault. and on top of that, like, yeah, he got scammed. Someone's trying to sell my land to somebody else. That's an aggressive attack on me. I gotta find some sort of title lock or something. The judge said, don't worry about it. So the sheriff called me last night. I thought it was the middle of the night. It was like 8 o'clock. And my phone died shortly after, so thank goodness my phone was on for that. The sheriff first said, well, he wants to know if he can make payments to you and just buy it off you. I was like, hell no. Not selling 2.5 acres next to my 2.5 acres. No, I'm not selling half my 5 acres. And there's like not another spot out here that's 5 acres. And certainly not for the price I paid. Jesus Christ. So the sheriff called me back and called him back. Did a back and forth. And then what's happening is today, Michael, the squatter on my property, the trespasser, which I'm sure he doesn't consider himself that. I don't think he intentionally did anything wrong. Oh, man, it's a mess. He's going to pack up today and be gone by sundown. And he's going to make sure all people and all animals are off the property. And he's told to come back for the rest if he needs to, which is disappointing because I don't want a pile of somebody else's stuff sitting there and for them to randomly come get it when I'm not here sometime or something. It's a mess. And I know I feel bad for the guy and his kids. I'm sure his kids are going to be way confused, and I'm sure they are all going to think I'm the bad guy. I don't know. I'm amazed that it went well with the police for me. I was really expecting to be told that I was the one that got scammed, even though I was pretty sure I wasn't. I've gotten tax bills, so I mean, if I'm paying taxes, then odds are it's not a scam. Okay, so let me explain where I'm at. I'm at Alien Acres. I'm inside my little pop-up tent inside my white trailer, and it would have been nice if I could have brought my pop-up. However, that pop-up is falling apart. The tent part, when I put it away, when I closed it down and shoved the sides in, my hand went right through the plastic window. So I don't think I'll bring it out because it's going to need major repairs. It'd be good to, I don't know. It'd be nice to have right now, but in Pennsylvania we saw all my stuff doesn't fit in it. I just need to start building something, and I certainly need to start soon. It's Sunday. They're going to get off my property. The other property is completely raw. It's just middle of the field. I like its location. It's got a slow pitching hill. So it slopes down to the south, so when you're like laying on the hill, you'd be facing the south. And then it goes down into a little ravine. I mean, maybe like the surrounding area might be like 5 foot taller. So it's got like a little bowl that you go down into, and you can't see nobody around. And I haven't been on the top part of it yet, just because I can only walk so much. It's been such a hard way. YouTube, you don't know. I shouldn't whine to you guys, but man, I spent all day Monday on Long Island getting my uncle's truck started. And by all day, I mean I drove in for 4 hours. It's 2.5 hour distance, but because of traffic, it's 4 hours. And so all day. I emptied 21 gallons of gasoline out of my uncle's truck. 21 gallons. Do you got enough buckets to hold 21 gallons? I didn't. I had to go buy 5 gas jugs. And even that, I was worried about, like, how do I get this gas out? And I was able to just siphon it normal. It's a 1989. It has the little valves and stuff in it, I thought I was going to have to push the tube in the side air tube thing, and that wasn't working, and it just worked finally. And I got gas out of it, and then the hose was too short. Imagine giving somebody a siphoning tube that's only about 3 feet long when you know that it takes like 1.5 feet just to get to the damn tank. This is my uncle's tank, my tank. It looks like it's a 30 or 40 gallon tank. It's huge tank. So I went to the hardware store and got like 6 feet of the hose, which was all they had left, and stuffed that down there, and then drained out the 21 gallons. And then changed the battery. So I went to Walmart, went to the hardware store, not in a loop, like back and forth. And when I first went to Walmart, I bought 2 batteries because that's what my uncle had in there. One of the batteries was hooked up with top post. When I bought the 2, they didn't have the top post, so I took them back and bought a better single battery for the normal battery position, and I don't know what's not working. It's stuff my uncle added on, I guess. He had lots to work on. So when I got the truck to start, it was already like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Started it, let it run for, 10 minutes. Super excited. Neighbors came over. Whoa, this thing's running. I haven't seen it run forever. So then I drove home, Pennsylvania, another 4 hours. Tuesday, I spent 9.5 hours picking up everything I owned and setting it someplace and picking it up and setting it. I picked up everything I owned 2-3 times, sorting out the pile, getting it loaded into the Jeep, deciding it's not coming, putting it in a different pile, covering it. Oh, man. And that trailer, which had all my stuff in it, I completely emptied of and closed up because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to take it, and somebody else is going to need over there and take it and not have my stuff in it. And oh man, that's only Tuesday. So Tuesday I finally left at like, it was after dark, a couple hours, like 6:30 or 7 I left. I drove 200 miles and it was like 11:30 at night, and the windshield wipers stopped working. They went clunk, 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 and just stopped working. So I pulled into a truck stop at Denny's and figured I'd mess with them a little bit, and I couldn't. They're under the hood and in the spot I couldn't see. Oh, and then I got Rain-X and was like, well, it's pretty much close to stop. I'll go. And the Rain-X would not have worked as the replacement for windshield wipers as it was raining. So I came back. And when I turned off my Jeep that time, it wouldn't start again. Now, going back to Monday in New York, when I got to New York and I turned my key off, I couldn't pull the key out. And so that was giving me trouble for a couple of days where the key wouldn't come out. It would come out sometimes, but I'd have to play with it a lot to get it out. So Wednesday morning, I decided that it must be the starter that's not starting, even though I just put one in like 2 years ago. So I changed the starter on Wednesday, and that was a waste of time and $100. So I got a brand new starter, even though I didn't need a starter, and the starter didn't fix it. So I got towed to Winchester, Virginia. A local had told me of a shop, Price's Garage, highly recommended by me, and highly recommended by the local I talked to. And I rented a hotel room and stayed in Winchester for the day on Wednesday. And then Thursday, picked up my Jeep. They had welded the motor mount for the windshield wipers broke free, and they welded it to repair it. The windshield worked, everything worked. Oh man, that's already 15 minutes long. It's going to take forever to upload. I'm going to just try to hurry up and wrap it up. So I left Thursday at like 10, 11 in the morning, and then drove here. I normally sleep like 1 or 2 hours. When I got to New Mexico from crossing Texas, I just crashed at the rest stop, It was before midnight. What time was it? It was 9 o'clock, and then I got up at 5 and left. So I was there for like 9 hours or 8 hours. Yeah, slept so long, so good. I just rolled my blankets out on the picnic table and slept on that. Other spots I'd slept for an hour or two, just on top of the trailer, on top of everything. I had the bed set up where I can climb on top and sleep. And then I finally got to Alien Acre, or Arizona Sun Valley, on Saturday morning around maybe like noon. It was, pretty slow. I was being here. Alright guys, I'm sorry. I'm whooped. I'm beat. Thank goodness I slept last night. I almost felt like I had a fever last night. I was just worn out. And so much stress yesterday of just like, oh, there's somebody living where I'm supposed to be living. I feel bad for them, but to protect my interests, I need them off my property. I think that makes total sense. Sorry about the long update, but that's as short as I can make it. Alright, YouTube, we'll see ya. See you soon. Bye.